This was a blowout. By a more than 2-to-1 margin, employees at this Amazon warehouse in Bessemer, Alabama, voted against joining a union. The campaign to unionize had been seen as a potential turning point in labor relations in the U.S. Amazon is the nation's second-largest employer. None of its workers are unionized. But it's not over yet. The Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union says it will challenge the results.
The results demonstrate the powerful impact of employer intimidation and interference. We will be calling on the Labor Board to hold Amazon accountable for its egregious behavior during the campaign.
The union says Amazon unduly pressured workers to vote no, creating an atmosphere of fear, from organizing mandatory lectures for workers that argued against unionization to having managers encourage workers to vote in front of them and employing an agency to monitor workers' social media posts. Amazon also asked the U.S. Postal Service to install a mailbox outside the warehouse, even though the National Labor Relations Board, the government agency overseeing the election, had said it did not want voting on the Amazon site in case it suggested Amazon was directly involved in collecting the votes. If the NLRB accepts the union's complaints, the election could be rerun, or the results could even be overturned and the union certified. However, Amazon has dismissed any concerns. In a statement, it says, "It's easy to predict the union will say that Amazon won this election because we intimidated employees. But that's not true. Amazon didn't win. Our employees made the choice to vote against joining a union." Longtime observers of labor relations in the U.S. say the RWDSU is partly to blame for the results.
Well, there's the birth of a huge national movement of solidarity for Amazon workers. We saw workers in Chicago go out on a wildcat strike. What went wrong was they didn't build enough support in the plant. And so they tried to rush this. And so now I think what we have to do is build a new movement of Amazon workers nationwide that can pull in for the long term.
Labor advocates argue that the history of union organizing in the U.S. has always been a gradual process, facing as it does such powerful opposition. The RWDSU says it's received over 1,000 inquiries from Amazon workers across the country about unionizing since this election began.
We're going to fight for our rights as human beings, not robots.
In addition, there is now renewed focus on a union rights bill that's already passed the House of Representatives in Washington that would make some of Amazon's alleged tactics during this election illegal. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera.